Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go from New Orleans. Here comes Williams on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at a Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. And time is not on his side.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. All to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Carr throwing on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run. He knows how to throw. When he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Watson. Judy there to grab it. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Willie Gay there on the tackle.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it! And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Motioning one of the tight ends. Carr with it on first. Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running behind center with Kamara. Escapes a defender. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running back sent in motion. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They run it from the gun with Kamara. His foray up the middle, nets about 3. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They send a tight end in motion. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Watson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From the 41. To his back, Nick Chubb. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one complete to Njoku. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that gives the Browns a 1st. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Browns hoping to put our first points on the board. Sticking to the air with Watson. Finds him over the middle. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Play action, it's Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Watson on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going for it again. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's calling his own number again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Connection made to Judy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, Watson escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Watson. Chased out to his right. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take the lead just before halftime. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he gets him around 6 there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw it. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He'll throw it. He lofts it deep left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. So that's it. The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the third quarter right away. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Watson. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Now that is exactly how you drew it up at halftime defensively. Make a big play. On that money down, you got to cash in on 3rd downs. They're going to be huge in the second half. Make sure you get yourself off the field in short order, which they did. And now you give some momentum to your offense when they get the ball back.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Straight ahead with Williams. Still going past the 15. And they're finally able to get him down at the 17.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll send their tight end right. Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Watson now off play action. On him quick, and they bring it down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Saints come marching onto the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Carr here from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Back to the air. Carr. This is complete to Olave. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally. Without routes, or in routes just like that.
Looking to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on fourth down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again, it's Carr. Connects with Johnson. And it's a gain of 5 as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. He'll look to throw it. That one complete to Njoku. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Setting up to pass. Got him in. It's Njoku. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So out now comes the punter. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. From the jaws of defeat, they snatched this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to go now. First throw of overtime now. Completed to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion left. Pressure coming for Carr. Completes this one to Hill. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. One of the tight ends motioning right. Carr off the play fake. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. From the shotgun, Carr. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, the other side gets a chance to go win it.
They get 13 on the pickup, and that gives the Browns a first.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Watson. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now give right side to Chubb. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it. And they take him down right along the 30.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here's an important kick now for Dustin Hopkins. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. Big moment here in overtime, 4th down, and the offense is out there. They're going for it. Here's Watson. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They run it from the gun with Chubb. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him 5 on that kick. Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Watson looking to throw. He's on the move. And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football.